Here we're trying to find the derivative at 0, so we're going to find the derivative and then plug in 0. If I look over here, I have a function of x times another function of x. So anytime you see that, you should think product rule. So I need my u and my v. So u is the first function, x minus 1 squared. And v is the second function, which is sine of x. So v prime, the derivative of sine of x, is cosine of x. And u prime, the derivative of u. You have to be careful with this because this is a chain rule. So notice that we have an inside function, x minus 1. Oops. We have an inside function, x minus 1. And we have an outside function, which is I being squared. So notice that here we have x minus 1 on the inside and then something being squared, so I being squared on the outside. The derivative of the outside is then 2 times the inside times the derivative of the inside, and the derivative of x minus 1 is just 1. Notice that that's going to happen always. So anytime you have like x plus some constant or x minus some constant, technically it is the chain rule that you have to use, but the derivative of the inside is always going to be 1, so it doesn't really affect your answer. So really, again, about noticing patterns is that you can just kind of take the derivative of this normally. You don't have to worry about the chain rule if the coefficient of x is 1, and if the power of x is just 1. So the derivative of that is 2x minus 2, if I distribute that 2 from right up here. Again, let's make our lives easier. So instead of multiplying this all out and simplifying it, why don't we just plug in 0 right now? So if I plug in 0 here, I get 0 minus 1, that's negative 1, squared. Negative 1 squared is 1. If I plug in 0 here, I get 2 times 0, minus 2. So that's 0 minus 2, that's negative 2. If I plug in 0 here, sine of 0 is equal to 0. And if I plug in 0 here, cosine of 0 is equal to 1. So when I multiply, I get 0 times negative 2 plus, because this is the product rule, multiplying this way, I get 1 times 1. So I have 0 plus 1, which equals 1. So my answer is D.